going to sit with our straight spines. Maybe it's just me this morning, but I just feel that need just to kind of let out like a little sigh as you relax into your seated posture. And just noticing your sit bones, your tailbone, your legs and your feet. Notice the feeling of sitting, whether you're on a mat or directly on the floor. Just that feeling, that connection between you and the earth. That feeling of being supported. And now taking a deep breath in, right down into your belly. And as you exhale out, just really give your whole body weight to the floor. And allow yourself to be supported. And keeping that very conscious connection with your sit bones and the floor. On your next inhale, lengthen your spine, lift out of your pelvis. Imagine there's a cord pulling you from the top of your head up towards the heavens. And then as you exhale out, just relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Just feel a lovely lengthening in your spine and the space being created between your shoulders and your ears. Gently tuck your chin in ever so slightly as you lengthen the back of your neck. And just notice for a moment what it feels like to be in the seated posture with the spine lengthened, with space between your vertebrae. If you haven't already done so, you can gently close your eyes down. Connecting in with your breath. Continue breathing down into your belly. You can place your left hand just below your navel. And just feel that expansion of your belly as the breath comes in. The ribs lay out. The chest spreads open. Full breath. And then as you exhale out, just gently draw your navel back towards your spine. Feel your ribcage contract. Feel the chest come back in. And continue breathing in this way just for a few minutes. Very conscious that each breath in is taking you to the next moment in your life. Each breath out is that release of the prana or the life force that has just oxygenated every cell in your body. Letting go of the old, used up air. It's done its job. Now you can release it. Now letting go of watching the breath. However, we're still always aware of our breath during our class. Bring the backs of the hands onto the thighs. Palms facing upwards. And this is where we balance with our yin and yang energy. So inhaling as we take the hands up, nice and slowly. And once they reach their maximum height, turning the palms down and drawing energy downwards. You can come back to closing your eyes once you know what you're doing. And just tune into the sensation in the center of the hands, the palms of the hands. And as the weeks go by, perhaps you'll be able to feel this energy. It's quite subtle. When everything is still and quiet during our practice, sometimes we can tune into the feelings and the subtle movement of energy. It's a breath in as the hands come up. Breath out as they come down. And one more time, inhaling as you take the hands up, and this time we take them into high prayer above the head. Stretch as you lift out of the pelvis. You can gaze up towards the thumbs. And then exhale as you draw them down through the midline, all the way down to the sternum. And then you're nestling them in there, and you can just rotate them 3 times as you stimulate the heart center. Again, just closing the eyes down, relax the shoulders, staying in this prana mudra. We're still balancing left and right hemispheres of the brain also. And this turns on the parasympathetic nervous system. Just taking a moment here just to set your intention. Perhaps repeating I am 3 times before we begin our practice, just quietly to yourself. And when we repeat I am, it's a nod to or an acknowledgement of the spirit, of the soul. And then relaxing the hands down, drop your chin to your chest, gently opening your eyes as you gaze downwards. Lower your gaze upwards into the space. And just take a moment to relax. You can stretch the legs out, give them a bit of a rub. So what we're doing this morning is a set for morning sadhana, for morning practice. So it's quite energetic and it has a lot of movement in it, and it really sets you up for the day. It's actually one of my favourite sets. I really enjoy teaching it. So it's quite lively. If you need to take a break, you know to take a break and to be autonomous and look after your body. So we're going to start off on all fours. Wrists are below the shoulders, knees are below the hips. And just take a moment just to make sure you're nice and comfortable. And then you're going to inhale as you lift your tailbone, lift your head, chin lifts up. You can roll the eyes up towards the crown. And then on your exhale, you're going to take the spine all the way up towards the ceiling, gaze in towards your navel. And then begin to move from one to the other, using the breath. So inhaling to look up, exhaling to gaze in. And these might start off small and subtle, and as your spine warms up, you can begin to make the movement bigger and stronger. All the time conscious of that space you're creating between the vertebrae. This is one of the nicest movements for the spine, very simple. And even if you were to do just a short daily practice, it would be really worth including this. Keeps the spine young and supple. Beginning to speed up a little bit now. Inhale up, hold. Okay, so we're going to start to extend our legs out one at a time. So we're going to be taking the right leg out behind. So that's your inhale. Your exhale as you draw the knee in, you draw the head into the knee. And then moving from one to the other. Inhale out, hold the posture. Gaze ahead of you, just hold for a moment or two. And then slowly and mindfully relax the right leg down. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So we're doing 11 on each side. And again, inhaling as you stretch the leg out, gazing upwards, exhaling as you draw in. When you get to 11, hold the leg out, hold posture, gaze ahead. And then slowly and mindfully bring the leg in. And then you're going to take the bum back to the heels. Stretch the arms out in front. And come into a child's pose. Good. Sliding the hands in, lift the upper body up. And this one may or may not be available to you. You know, if you can't do a kneeling position, easily don't do it, or else bring something in under to meet your bum. But we're kneeling and with the knees wide apart. If you wish, you could do this actually with your legs extended straight out. You could have both legs extended out and stretch into the foot soles. So we're going to hold the opposite elbow with each hand. And this is your inhale, this upright position. And then your exhale is bowing forward, bringing your head down towards your knee. So we have to kind of move the elbows slightly to get them out of the way as we come down from side to side. There's a slight twist in it as you bow from side to side. And of course, when you do any sort of a twist like this, we're getting a massage for the liver and the spleen in particular when we do this. As we bow from side to side. And of course, this is when you know about it if you have food in your tummy. I didn't do that an hour before yoga class of not eating. Next time you come over to the left, pause. Inhale up, exhale down to the right, and pause. Inhale up, exhale lands down, and relax completely. Now you can remain in this rock pose for now if it suits you, or otherwise come into cross-legged pose. So we're going to lift the elbows up, lift the arms up, palms are facing outwards, and then we're going to take them into Gyan Mudra, so that's your thumb and your index finger together. We really want a nice open chest, and it's as though you're pushing the elbows away from the body, and the elbows are also at shoulder height. And then we're going to begin to inhale as we twist to the left, and exhale as we twist to the right. If you can, breathe in and out through the nose. Keep the elbows lifted, stay strong, keep twisting, use the breath. Now take a deep breath into the center. Keep the arms up and root lock. So drawing the pelvic floor muscles, the buttocks, the navel, drawing everything upwards and inwards. Exhale, relax, release the lock. Gently release your arms down. And take a moment. If you need to stretch your legs, you can stretch them, give them a little massage. When you're finished stretching them or giving them a rub, you'll be coming back into this position again, or easy pose. Okay, so this time the hands are on the knees, super glued to the knees. So all we want is our spine moving. We're going to inhale as we come forward, tailbone is coming out behind. Exhale as we tuck the tailbone in and drop the chest back. And then moving from one to the other. Once you know what you're doing, again, you can close the eyes down. You can bring your awareness into your third eye space. And as you come forward, just vibrating I, and as you come back, I am. And again, just that lovely awakening of the spine. And if you feel up to it this morning, speed up a little bit. Breath is in and out through the nose if that's available. Deep breath into the center. Now your root love, pelvic floor muscles, buttocks, navel. Consciously drawing energy up the spine. Release the lock, release the breath. And just remain perfectly still, just allow the energy to integrate. And then when you're ready, gently open your eyes. And once more, give your legs a bit of a massage. We're going to be coming up to standing, so just making sure that you're ready for that, for standing up, by giving them a nice rub. Okay, so coming up to standing. So from standing, we're going to be doing forward bends. So I just want to make sure you're really, really mindful. The direction is to do these fairly rapidly, but I'm going to suggest you do them slow unless you feel comfortable doing them fast. The other thing is just to gaze straight ahead of you when you come up. Keeping the eyes open and gazing straight ahead often prevents any sort of lightheadedness or dizziness. We're going to stand with the feet hip distance apart. Inhale up and just bring your thumbs together so you can lock the thumbs and the palms are facing upwards. Stretch as much as you can. Gently tuck your tailbone in and bring your navel back towards your spine. This is your inhale. And your exhale is folding forward. You can soften the knees and bring the head down and come down as far as you comfortably can. You may or may not reach the floor, don't worry about that. And then you're going to inhale back up again. We're going to do 11 of them. So set the pace that suits you. And remember, keep the knees as soft as you need to. And when you get to your 11th one, just stretch right up. Arms are in, hugging the ears, and you can root lock here. And exhale, relax the arms down, relax the lock. And just take a moment. And coming back down. So we're coming back down to the sitting. This time with the legs open wide and stretched right out. When we stretch the legs out, we're pulling the feet back towards us so that we're getting a really nice stretch in the back of the legs. And then if it's available to you, you're going to reach out to your big toe. This is with both hands, so you're reaching right out to here. Now it might not be available to everyone, so you could be resting your hands on your shins. But doing your best, whatever it is your best this morning. If you're reaching your big toes, you're going to put your thumb, your index finger around the big toe and press on the toenail with your thumb, which is stimulating the life nerve. Okay, so this is your inhale, holding. So our hands don't move during this. It's a little bit awkward, this one, but we're going to do it anyway. So this is your inhale. Your exhale is you bring your chest over towards the left, and then you inhale up to the center, and then you exhale over to the right. So you're really just leaning in that direction. Always inhaling up to the center and then exhaling from side to side. If this feels really uncomfortable to you, bend the knees. That's what I would suggest actually. You could bend the knees like so, and it might take If you're feeling any pressure on your lower back or anything, you could bend the knees. Just a few more from side to side. We'll finish up on the right side because we started on the left. So the next time you come to the right, just finishing up there, inhale up to the center. Now come for a minute and just straighten up, but we are going to be bowing down towards the center. And again, as I say, if you're minding your lower back or anything, you can bend the knees when you're doing this. So reaching forward again, holding onto the big toes if that's available. Inhale here, exhale as you bring your chest down towards the floor. Hinge from the waist and watch that you're not rounding your back in any way. A strong breath in and out through the nose. Inhale up, hold. Exhale and relax. I'm going to bring the soles of the feet in together. So when we do this posture, we're bringing our heels in as close to the pelvis as we comfortably can. We interlace the hands around the feet and we bring the left thumb on top of the right. Now if you can't maintain a straight spine as you sit like this, then you bring the thumbs into the insteps and that'll help you straighten up. Or you may need to even come back as far as the shins again. If you're here, do not use your arms to move your legs. We want to move the legs on their own. We want to isolate them and we want them to do their thing. So we're gently bringing the knees up and down. And if for any reason you have knees that don't go up and down or hips that don't open in this way, you can just close your eyes and visualize yourself doing this posture. So with the eyes closed, I often invite people to think about a butterfly as it flaps its wings and moves around. And just that freedom that a butterfly has. And we're inviting that same freedom of movement or motion into our hips and our pelvis. Now if it's available, you can speed up a little bit. And then taking a deep breath in, draw the knees all the way up. Exhale out, relax them down, and on your exhale, we're going to do our root lock here. Pelvic floor muscles, buttocks, navel. Gently drawing energy up towards the spine, or up through the spine, should I say, up towards the crown. Take in a breath, release the lock, and take a moment. Okay, so for our next posture, we're going to come lying on our backs. I've got the knees bent, the soles of the feet are flat to the floor. And you're going to draw the heels in as close to your butt as you can. You're going to stretch the hands down by the sides of the body, and again, really take the shoulders away from the ears. So you're reaching down towards the heels. And then on our inhale, or actually we'll do this on our exhale. So we're going to take a breath in, and on our exhale, we're going to tilt our pelvis up towards the ceiling. So taking a breath in as you lie. And as you exhale, gently lift the pelvis up. We want to watch that we're not really scrunching the butt here. And exhale, or inhale and come
No, sorry. Yeah, exhale to lift, inhale while you're lifted, and then exhale to come back out. So all the movement will be on the exhale. So tucking your chin in slightly, lengthen the back of the neck as well. Deep breath in, exhale out. Inhale, exhale, and come down. And continue. So again, we're doing 11, so we've just done 2 or 3, and then going up to 11, do your own count. When you've finished your 11, hug your knees into your chest, gently rock from side to side. And we're going to keep the knees into the chest, relax the hands down by the sides of the body, palms facing up or down, whichever feels most comfortable for you. And we're going to begin a bicycle motion here. So you're going to, actually it's more of a piston motion, so you're going to stretch the right leg out as you keep the left leg in and then change sides. So you're stretching into both foot soles with the movement, even the leg that's hugged in. Good stuff. And hugging both knees into the chest. Again, rock a little from side to side, or you can roll the knees around. It's a really nice massage for the lower back. And the opposite way. And then we're going to rock on our spine. So this isn't always available to everyone, but do your best with it. It's a little bit easier if you cross the ankles. And you're going to begin to rock up and down the length of your spine. So it might take a moment or two to get a little bit of momentum going. But it's up and down the whole spine. Again, if you find that you can't actually do this, just imagine yourself doing it, or you can just continue to gently rock from side to side and get some sort of a massage on the spine. If you're doing this one, you're going to rock yourself now up to a seated position. If you can't do that easily, what you're going to do is gently turn over onto your side and lever yourself up. Okay, so we're coming onto our tummy now. We're going to come into either upward dog or cobra pose. So you're going to just listen again to your body and do the one that feels right for you. If you're minding your lower back, taking the legs wider apart is helpful. So either on your forearms, elbows are always in by the sides, tucked in nice and neatly, and you can lift the chest and hold here. Or if you'd like something a little stronger, you bring the arms in by the sides, in towards the chest, and you lift the upper body up. So choosing the one that suits you this morning. Relax the shoulders. And once you're in your position, we're going to begin to gently turn the head from side to side. So we're going to inhale to the left, Exhale to the right. Good. And then finishing up on the right side, back to center. Slowly lower the body down. Relax the arms down by the sides of the body. Bring the right cheek into the mat. And let out a sigh. And just stay here for a moment. You can even close your eyes down. You can have a complete rest here. And then hands come under the shoulders. Lift the upper body up. Bum back towards the heels. Get a nice stretch out. You can just wiggle around a little bit as you stretch out here. And then kneeling up for a moment. So if you have a cushion, you can bring it now in front of you to meet your head if you wish. If you're able to come down very easily, you don't need to do that. Somebody might need two cushions, whatever suits you. So we're going to be taking the hands and interlacing them behind the back. We've got the left hand on top. And then we're going to lift the arms as much as we can. Now for some people, they won't actually even lift beyond their sacral. However, do the best that you can with this. So lifting the arms up, and then you're bowing forward and holding this position. So just some long, deep breathing here. Inhale up nice and slowly. Gently relax the hands down. Just give yourself a moment. Stretching the legs out. Again, give them a little bit of a rub. And then we're coming back into easy pose. Check on one side. Okay, in easy pose, making a conscious connection once more with the pelvis and the floor. Hands are underneath. And we're going to begin our Sufi circle. So we're inhaling as we come over to the right, to the left, and then exhaling as we rotate back behind. Nice circles. Keep the chest open and lifted. And stay upright as we circle around. You can close your eyes again and gaze into the third eye space, or bring your attention into the third eye space. And just enjoy the freedom of this movement. This, of course, giving a lovely massage to the digestive system. And keep the lower digestive system.
And then slowly change your direction. So it's the same movement, the opposite way. Deep breath into the center. And now your root lock, pelvic floor muscles, buttocks, navel, everything flow gently inwards and upwards as you consciously move energy up your spine. Exhale, release the lock, remain still. Ready, gently open your eyes. Okay, so this one we start off with the elbows in by the sides and the hands are in fists. When we do the fist, we lock the thumb in under the finger. And the thumb meets the base of the baby finger. Elbows are in by the sides. Okay, so the first movement is to take the elbows back, and then we're going to take the arms across each other, back and up. Okay, so back, across, back and up. And then we're going to get this going. Can be a little bit funny to coordinate at first. It always reminds me of those sort of schoolyard things we used to do under the bambush and all these kind of things. First when we raise the arms up like this, it's really great for the lymphatic system. We get a nice drainage when we take the arms up. Watch not to hold the breath when you're doing this. And keep breathing freely. Inhale, up, hold. And exhale and relax the hands down. Take a moment. The next is shoulder shrugs. I'm going to do these fairly rapidly this morning. So inhaling up, exhale down. Inhale up, hold. We're going to blow out through our mouth as we drop the shoulders down. Okay, good. And now we're just going to begin to gently bring our head from side to side. And this is sort of a nice slowing down for a moment anyway. Just allow yourself to mellow down into this one. Not really pausing, just keeping moving from side to side. The shoulder shrugs and these head turns are also a really nice one if you just wanted to have a short daily practice. And then inhaling as you bring your head back up to the center. Exhale and relax. You can stay seated as you are, or you can come kneeling. For our last couple of postures, two more. Interlacing the hands, left thumb on top, hands are on the knees. We're going to inhale up as we take the hands up to about the third eye and then back down towards the navel. And it's just an inhale up and down. It's like a pumping motion. And we move rapidly so that you can almost like feel like a breeze going. Inhale up, hold. Now on your exhale, you're going to lift the hands higher to above the head, keep them interlaced, and you're going to gaze up towards the hands, just with the eyes. So you're not lifting the chin, you're just rolling the eyes up towards the head, up to what we call the 10th gate. And you're just going to stay like this, connecting with your breath. Eyes rolled up. And then slowly, slowly bring the hands down. You're going to rest them on your knees. You're going to bring your left hand into your right, your thumbs together. We're just going to meditate here for a few moments. Attention is in the third eye space and the crown. And we're just using the words I am. Taking the choice now to either stay in meditation or to quietly come lying on your back. If you're lying on your back, just let your feet gently fall out to the side, palms face up to the ceiling, and just connecting with the breath. lying down, or sitting. Just going to gently become aware of your body, aware of your placement in the room that you're in, aware of your breath. You can just begin to gently move your fingers and your toes. Just begin to gently rub your body, rub down your shoulders, rub your face, your neck, rub down your chest, rub your belly, maybe your thighs. And just coming back, right back into the present. Take a moment to wrap your arms around yourself and just hold yourself in loving kindness. Committing to treating yourself with loving kindness during the week. Dropping judgment. Knowing that you're always doing your best. Always treating yourself with compassion and love. When you're ready, bring your hands back into Prana Mudra. Sit with a straight spine as you were at the beginning of the class. Take your time coming off, no rush. And gently open your eyes. And I honor you, and I see you, and I thank you for joining me this morning. Have a lovely day.